Hey everyone, Caliburboy here, and today I'm going to be redesigning more Sonic characters. If you've seen parts 1 to 3, you know the drill, but if you're new, I'll explain how this works. Take some Sonic characters and change them to feel more new. I'm sticking with the game cast, meaning only classic and modern characters will be getting picked, unless they're still recently added to the modern canon or just straight up dead. Unfortunately, this means no comic characters, for they're still new. It means less work and stress for me. Now, with all that out the way, let's get to our first redesign. This first character goes by many names, but to keep things simple, just call him Fang the Hunter. He's got a good few changes, like the fact that he has 2 pop guns now, or maybe they're laser guns, whichever one is cooler. He's also got some cowboy boots. The anklets he wears are cool, but these help him to feel more modern. And for Fang's most noticeable change, he's got a poncho. I based the patterns off the ones you see in the Mirage Saloon stage from Sonic Mania. That stage's Wild West theme fits Fang, plus he was there. Sort of. In case you're wondering, here's what he looks like when stripped from his cool new poncho, cause he doesn't deserve nice things. Fine, I'll give it back. Lastly, in case you don't like the new color scheme, here's an old that gives him his old one. Let me know which one you like in the comments. Now, Fang's one of those classic characters who's got a pretty solid design. It's why most modern iterations don't change much. Though, for this guy, a small overhaul would do him right. Maybe not the one like mine's, but it's a cool alternative. Now, on to our next character. Being the Dynamite. The first noticeable thing is the addition of a dark pattern on his stomach. I felt it gives him more to his design, even if it's not as much as a belt or something. He switched his red scarf with an orange one, and has orange cuffs to match. His shoes are changed up too. I kept their similar look to Sonic's but altered them enough to where they look more unique. So the straps are more belt-like, and even the colors are changed too. Why'd I give him brown eyes? Well, as you all know, there's another Greenberg character in Sonic, and even though Bean was related to him in more obscure media, I don't want these two to look alike. I know it's not that big of a deal, but trust me, this works. Bean was another tricky character to change, because I didn't want to mess him up by giving him anything too different. But I think I got something that could work as a full-on modern design for Bean in games. Not too much, or not too little. Now to check on Bean's friend. Bark the Polar Bear. It doesn't look like much, but he's got a lot of new stuff. I gave him a Ushanka hat, and his bangs and hair have been grown out a lot, which isn't seen, but here's an idea of what that looks like. His gloves are altered a bit, and now has red buckle straps, and sports orange skiing boots. Bark is a polar bear, so why not give him stuff related to that? And lastly, he's got green eyes. I know most would usually make them brown, but I feel like giving him green eyes would help to match with his green scarf, which was the only green part of his design, so yeah. Here's Bark and Bean side by side. For this version of the duo, I'd like to imagine after the disbandment of Team Hooligan, the two would go to do their own thing. Taking on odd jobs where they get to be more chaotic, but not be bossed around by Fang anymore. But despite them being more neutral, they're always down to tag along with Sonic & Co. if they ever needed the extra help. With that little idea pitch out the way, time to get to a character that I've been teasing for a long while now. Trip the Sungazer. How did I make what's essentially my take on a modern Trip? Her scales are now more faced up, to have a better head silhouette. She sports new chest armor. I fused together her old armor and a casual attire, so she doesn't have on something that's too over-designed. A neat idea I've seen some Trip redesigns do, is the idea of making her taller than most of the main cast. I feel like this would help her to stand out more. It would lead to some sweet and funny interactions, if she ever met characters like Sonic, Knuckles, or Fang again. Other than different boots, she has purple eyes now. I don't know why everyone gives her purple eyes. I mean, they look great, and let's be honest, it's better than just slapping blue eyes on her and calling it a day, so yeah, the purple is probably for the best. Lastly, an idea I thought of is where she would keep that big helmet of hers. I could have given her a belt or something, but that's just boring, so I gave her a comically large pocket instead. What, she's like a cartoon character, let her be wacky. Anyways, That's all for our first new classic character. Don't worry though, Trip isn't going to be the only exception for these videos. Thanks to you guys in the comments of the last video, I was helped to remember that the hard-boiled heavies exist. I don't know if I'll be able to redesign all of them, but if you guys want them, let me know in the comments. Okay, this next character is going to be big, so brace yourselves. What? I said he would be big. But in all seriousness, here's Big the Cat. Not much was changed. I more so tried to implement more of the fisherman aspect of his character to his design. So I gave him a bucket hat and a backpack. Now he can carry his fishing gear, and most importantly, get Froggy his own little ride. And in case you feel this isn't enough, here's an over instead of his usual sandals. He's got Crocs instead. I wasn't fully sure on this being his main look, so that's why it's an alt. Regardless, whichever one you like more is your choice. Big may not have that much going on like the other redesigns, but if you ask me, it's probably for the best. I was able to add some good stuff to him, so I'm satisfied. It's simple yet effective, just like Big. And would you look at that? We finally got all of Team Rose. Let's go! Okay, now to our next character. Boom, here's Styx the Badger. Now even though she came from Sonic Boom, she has appeared in modern media a good amount of times, and she's even canon now. Although I was a bit iffy at first due to the complications on her canonicity, I think it's fine to let her get a redesign of her own. I took stuff from her concept art, like the fur cuffs and the skulls on her necklace, only here it's just gold and not a real skull. She carries a little bag around now. She keeps all the things she finds in there. She wears bandages on her arms now. Figured someone has to rock them since the rest of her crew doesn't here. Thought it'd be a nice nod to Boom designs. And she now has matching boots. It's mainly just so she's easier to draw, but what the heck. Here's a mismatch alt. Let me know which one you'll prefer in the comments. So would y'all say that Styx is a Team Rose member too now, or who knows, they'd be letting anyone on that team. Hey, what's that? A new challenger? Is that? It's Honey the Cat. How did I redesign her? As most know, Honey in Universe is known for her fashion and fighting. I needed this redesign to capture both of those things perfectly. Starting with her hair, her yellow and black fur are better combined, so she doesn't look like she's wearing a wig, but still keeps her recognizable. Her dress has been altered a bit, and now has dark red sleeves. It mainly resembles her classic dress now. A personal favorite change of mine was the addition of the long white gloves and the red spiky boxing gloves over them. It matches well and feels like combines both the fighting and fashion aspects super well. She has white pants, and finally, she has red buckled boots. Honey was honestly my favorite character to redesign, because I feel like I was able to make something that takes the right elements from her classic and Archie designs and made it something great. And with that, we have all the redesigns for this video. Man, am I spoiling you guys this part. Then again, this vid did take longer to make, so maybe that's not too bad. And admittedly, though I do like making these redesign videos, I don't want to make too many of them. Don't get me wrong, I love making these, but I still got other projects I need to finish up too. So, for the time being, the next Sonic redesigns video will be the last. So let me know in the comments all of the list of characters you want me to redesign next, because it's now or never. If you want to see them early, go join my Discord server, so that way you can see them before my videos come out. And if you want to check out my other social medias like my TikTok, DeviantArt, Blue Sky, you can go do that too. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. See ya!